Definitely all about making payments simpler at this point. Now, let's head on to other markets now. See what's happening with Bitcoin there. We'll see a downside correction continuing. But talking about sentiment, still greed at this point, 54 points, but tending more towards neutral at this point. We're seeing, that downward movement already playing on investor sentiment in the market. Let's look at the market cap. At 1.07 trillion, we have an increase there. It's up about 0.74%, but volumes down this morning, 1.64% down. Bitcoin dominance, that's sitting at 41.47%. Eyes on this, because if Bitcoin dominance keeps going up, you know that alt season will be on break if that happens. Let's look at the price of Bitcoin, $22,940, trying to get back above the resistance. That's 23,000. That was supposed to be support, but it's looking like resistance at this point. It's up 0.63%. Volume traded in Bitcoin, $24.13 billion. Let's look at the price of Ethereum. Still holding strongly to that 1,600 level. Looks like it doesn't go below this if you keep monitoring that price. Up 0.51%. Volume traded $6.72 billion. Let's look at the top alts by market cap. See, it's mixed sentiment. We're seeing there with BNB, that's up 1.34%. Let's flip over to the top gainers count. Let's see what's happening. See, AGIX, that's one of the AI projects. We've seen the AI projects all around this top gainers list with Fetch AI. That's up 26.75%. These have had incredible moves in January. They're trading, just traded about 6 cents in January, but with the whole AI narrative going on globally, we're seeing investors starting to take position with those AI projects. But now the question is, are you too late to this party? All right, let's bring in Gilbert Jupatana, financial market analyst. Hello, Gilbert. Hello, Gilbert.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Gilbert. So, talking about the AI projects, in the crypto space, we're seeing them giving quite incredible gains. AGIX, that's up 35% this morning. Fetch AI, 26.75%. But from their January lows, they've gone up more than 100%, at this point. So obviously, we know how the narratives play out in the crypto space. We had the meme coin season, you had the metaverse, but now this is AI. But are investors late to this AI party?
Okay, when we want to look at how early or late investors are, we need to start looking at the market trend. First of all, there is a sentimental side to the game. There is also the technical side where we try to anticipate trend. But if you really look at the technicals, the trend is just beginning. And investors are not late to the party. We are not in the bull market yet. We are just having relief in prices and maybe possible sign of bottoming. So all one need is the right strategy to position himself into the new AI trend, just in anticipation of the bull market.
Come in there, then the prices start, going all the way down. But now, obviously, it's all about the Fed and central bankers. Obviously, still in 2023. It was about them in 2022, but they're still here. And Jerome Powell is expected to speak. I think that's about today. What effect will this have on the crypto market?
Okay, today's speech by Powell is quite anticipated, and there is already mixed sentiment coming from investors. When you look at last week's addition of about 517,000 jobs to the economy, people are scared that the Feds are going to go more aggressive in rate hike because the Fed share has kept reiterating again and again that they will keep increasing interest rates until inflation is down to about 2%. While the fear of a recession remain, I think one thing I would like to say is one way to keep inflation under control has always been manufacturing a recession, like we saw in the 1980s when inflation was about this high. We had 2 recessions as at that time that actually brought inflation down. But the debate whether the Feds could land us into a recession, like take us out of an inflation without a recession, is always point to an evidence of unemployment data. You don't get a recession until unemployment goes down. But we are entering into a phase of a new monetary policy, because one thing Powell keeps saying is that we are going to do whatever we can to put inflation under control. But he's telling us the economy is strong, GDP is growing, despite all of this. So I think, first of all, we are going to have two diverse sentiment. The first one is amidst the new interest rate hike that is coming, CPI data that will come on the 14th, sentiments are going to push us to test some technical lows, which speculators are already betting in certain supports. But I think this support is going to make a fresh buy low, a fresh buy zone that will gather momentum for Bitcoin price surge. But on the short term, we are going to have a negative sentiment on Powell's speech, because he's going to reiterate the fact that they are going to do anything to put the inflation under control. But yet, we still see that there are some macroeconomics that is still backing the fact that the Feds are rather switching mode to a moderate interest rate hike.
So as it looks, the central bankers are definitely looking for, bad economic data and inflation, still going down at this point. But who knows if we're going to see that. But we know the Fed chair did say that they'll keep hiking rates, if inflation, continues to rise, but they will also leave it there. So interest rates could stay high for most of 2023. Is it still wise for, risk, for investors to still look at risk assets? Is it a good bet, at this point?
Oh, if you really look at what institutional investors are doing in the United States, you will notice the attention all of a sudden is shifting from assets that have government control into assets that are out of the control of the government. So yes, cryptocurrency are risk assets, but their interest will start shifting into Bitcoin, more like solid crypto assets like Bitcoin. We'll also see interest into gold. So if it is a good bet for investors, it depends now on the investor strategy and what they need, their outcome, because I think the dollar is already approaching its peak of its bull market, whereas the cryptocurrency market and most risk-on assets at this moment are already reaching their bottom. Most of them could be technically out of a bear market, but this does not mean it's a bull market, but they are just facing fresh air to show there have been capitulation somewhat our bottom has been in.
All right, we'll keep watching out for those bottoms. Thank you so much, Gilbert Jukwata, financial market analyst. Watching out for Powell later on today. Thank you.
Yes, thanks for having me.
All right, so as I said before, top 5 gainers there. We're seeing the AI projects. They're taking the shine at this point. Let's look at the top losers counter now. We see Leo token there. That's topping that count. It's down 6.65%. And we see Phantom giving up, some of those gains. We saw had a good run from 2022. The ending there was trading as low as 16 cents, but did get to about 60 cents. But we've seen pull back there. Could be profit taking, or maybe another trend downward. And we see Bat and Sheeb, meme coin there. That's down 3.75%. Well, that's it for the markets today. And that's a wrap on the program. Don't forget to join us by 1:30 on Business Incorporated for more updates and developments in the world of business. And you can watch all of this again on our YouTube channel. Flip over to YouTube, search for Channels Television, and you can watch all our productions. Thank you for watching. I'm Ladi Williams. Enjoy your day.